Welcome back to Mulberry Ranch Farm, y'all. It's Ashley again here with you. So this morning I came out to put my compost back in a pile and feed the chickens and just kind of let them out and see how they were doing today. And you know, a lot of times when you come to the chicken coop, you are gambling. I usually I close up my chickens every single night. I will admit, the last couple nights I've had a really hard time. You know how it is right now. Everybody's stressed. Everybody's mind is somewhere else. And I forgot to close up my chicken coop last night. So you guys can see my nice little toilet lid doors. Now while they don't close from the outside, they close from the inside. So I just have a loop that I literally drop down and it slings those doors down and shut. Last night I forgot to do that. We are now working remotely due to the virus and everything that's going on, and by the time I got everything set up and ready for me to work remotely today, I was exhausted, guys. We had all kinds of different thoughts. My husband and I were talking a lot about social distancing and everything else that's going on, and I sat down on the couch, I fell asleep, I woke up at 11 and I went to bed. I didn't think about closing up my chicken coop, and this morning I paid for it. So while I only have one casualty, one egg-laying hen, especially right now with how everything's going and the grocery store looks, an egg-laying hen is a big loss. So hopefully I'm going to be able to go get a live trap because I want to actually see what took my chicken. Now, anyone out there that has poultry, you know that every predator that visits your coop leaves a calling card in the way that they kill your animals. So my chicken coop, I'm sure you guys have seen like all of that electrical wire that's hanging down in there and looks pretty terrible. That's to deter any of our flying predators during the day and during the night. So the way that this chicken was killed is the whole head was gone and the neck was exposed. So to me that says possum or possibly a raccoon. Now I want to lean more towards possum because most of my raccoons will literally climb the fence with the hen and run off, and I'll find a trail of feathers all the way out, and then I'll look up a tree and I'll see what's left of her. So today it wasn't like that. The whole body was there. She was actually laying like right in my compost pile back there. So I'm gonna go ahead and pick up a live trap. We usually do foot trapping, but I really just want to see what's coming in, and I'll probably trap for a couple days. So you guys will be with me through that. Hopefully we'll find out what booger visited me last night, left a nice little calling card, and stole eggs out of my refrigerator. So stick with us, guys. One other thing that you can do, while I curse the rain sometimes in spring, is if you are visited by a predator and nature has been so lovely as to give you mud in your chicken coop, which I have a lot of it, guys. Let's just be honest. I'm not a goat farmer. I'm not a chicken farmer. I'm a mud farmer. I'm a mud farmer from about February all the way until late April. So I have a lot of mud. So I'm actually going to look because I can see a couple feathers down in here. So I'm assuming she was taken from this side of the coop. I'm just going to look in the mud and see if I can find tracks and try to figure out maybe that way what visited me last night. The only thing that I can think is if you were with me while we were making it to where our chickens could not fly out of our coop, you see that they roost up in the top. So I'm wondering if these gals, because I do have one or two that roost on the bottom, they roost lower. I'm wondering if these were the ones that roosted lower. I don't know. I can't really make a whole lot of assumptions, guys. I just know that I'm going to have to live trap and I'm going to foot trap, and I don't care who's on the other side of this screen watching this. When you have a loss like this on your farm, once you have a killer, and they are a prolific killer, they come back and they keep killing and killing and killing and killing until they're either removed or no longer with us. So at this point, I think the only thing that's going to stop this predator is for it to no longer be with us. So yeah, just stick with me, guys. The more I look around, guys, the more signs of carnage I see. So this is underneath of our coop. You can see the boards run all the way, but there's places where the erosion's done things, so I guess got another project. Alright, so my sister-in-law and brother-in-law were nice enough to let me use their have-a-heart traps. A lot of times we'll just set foot traps here because I know what their demise is going to be anyways. We're not going to relocate them. I just want to make sure that I can actually see what I'm catching, and also make sure that I caught it, because even with foot traps, if the animal wiggles around enough, or say he gets caught, or she or it gets caught earlier in the nighttime, it might have time to escape. So we're going to go ahead and set our have-a-heart traps. We're going to zip tie the carcasses of the chickens that were taken last night in on the back, so that it forces the coon, possum, or whatever to come around the front, come in to get its meal. So that'll help it to where it does have to set off the trap. So let's go ahead and get it loaded, guys. You have to lift that up, don't you?
Yep, you got it.
You guys can tell we usually only use foot traps. These have-a-hearts are kind of new news for us. Here you go.
And they step on that.
Yeah, they'll step on that plate, and when they put pressure on that plate right there, this will come down and trap them, and then we'll be able to see what we caught. So I'm going to go ahead and wire in our bait. Okay, we're just using zip ties. We usually would use wire, but I can't find my wire, so zip ties are just as good. Ugh, yuck. Yuck, yuck, yuck. I should need to zip tie it around this first. So you guys can see it's zip tied in there, and while we do have two different sizes that we're going to use, we did get a smaller one from them, but I just don't think it's something that small. But you guys can see in there, he's just wired in so that the raccoon I shouldn't keep assuming it's a raccoon. Whatever ate it or comes back should be able to step on it, step on that weight plate right there, and then the door will come down behind it, and we'll be able to see what it is and dispatch it quickly. So the next thing we're going to do is that smaller one. I think because raccoons love sweet things as well, we're just going to use some Pepsi, and we're going to get into our dog feed and mix it in a cup and put it in there. So Mark's got the cup for me. There you go. You guys see sweet, sweet dog food? Okay, and then we'll just carry that down with it and set it up, and hopefully we come out to something that kill my chickens. Okay. Here you go. Okay. Did you start? Oh, you did start recording. All right, we're all set up. I'm gonna have to shoo these pesky chickens in behind me because I'm afraid they'll go. I don't think they can fit in there, but you guys can see. So we've got the lovely Pepsi in this trap right here. So there's dog food and Pepsi in this one, and then we kind of put back in the corner where some of the killing happened last night, back in there. So, and you can still see one of our poor little hens is still kind of serving a purpose, even though she's not here anymore. So let's hope we come out tomorrow morning, guys, and we've got something in there and we start to solve our predator problems. Stick with us. So we set out some traps last night. It's 6:40. You guys like how ghostly I look right now? It's 6:40, so I'm gonna go out and check right now. I've got my nice Mark's fun, like massively powerful flashlight, so I don't see anything. I'm just gonna be really honest with you guys. First one, I don't see anything. That's not good. First trap is still set. Second trap has been deployed. Alright, let's see what we got, guys. Uh-oh, it looks like it was set off, but I don't see anything in here. Oh man, guys. Set off. And So I guess what that means is that that cage was probably too small for whatever wanted the dog food and the Pepsi. So we'll move that over to the big cage tonight and take out the chicken, because I just feel like whatever it was didn't want old rotten chicken. It wanted fresh live chicken. So I guess that's just something we'll have to deal with. But maybe we can see a prints. Don't really see you guys. It's a chicken coop, so there's, I don't know. Guys see any prints? Anything? I'm trying to see something in this light that's not chicken. Day number 2, checking the trap. It rained all night. I'm not gonna think we're gonna have anything. When it usually rains, they don't really move too much like they do. And I'm already walking up, guys, and I really don't see anything. So I really want to catch something, I'm not gonna lie. Guys, we are on day 5 of trapping and nothing has come in yet. But it's the first couple days where it's not been raining, so might have to make a part 2 out of this. I think we're gonna have to just conclude this episode with that. We've been trapping since it happened and I've got nothing. That first one went off on that smaller one, but it doesn't seem like anything's been back to visit. So I'm just gonna keep having that set, because in the case that it does come back, I want to catch it, guys. I don't want this thing to keep revisiting. And I know, looking at the great outdoors, there are a ton of other predators out there that could come and take care of any number of my chickens during the day or night, whether they're out or not. So I'm a little discouraged, but hopefully we'll give you guys an update here in the next few days where we've got the culprit, and we're gonna keep, from what I understand, we're gonna keep trapping until we come up with nothing in our trap. So hopefully that is sooner rather than later. But I think that's gonna do it for us today, guys, on this episode. Take care out there, any of my poultry keepers. I know, especially in late fall and early spring, that's when we start to see a lot more predator traffic and a lot more activity. So got the homesteader's prayer going for you guys, that you don't come out for, like I have, and found dead chickens. So I think we're gonna have to call it on this one, guys. So if at any point during this video you found yourself enjoying the content, or you just want to get a notification when we do finally catch whatever's eating our chicken, guys, go ahead, drop us a like, let YouTube know that you liked us. Other people might like us. Subscribe, ding the notification bell so that you don't miss when we do finally catch whatever did this to our chickens. And leave us a comment. Let us know maybe what you think the predator is that's come in. My bet is a possum or a raccoon, but I could catch something that completely throws me off, and that's completely fine. I just want to catch it. So I think that's going to do it, guys. Until next time, thanks for being with us. Bye.